Hello and welcome to all students. In this lecture we define what is meant by a subspace of a vector space over R, and we try to take some examples of vector space. Examples on subspace. For a vector space V over R with a predefined operations of addition and scalar multiplication, its subspace is defined as follows. Definition: a non-empty subset W of V is said to be a subspace of V if W under the same operations defined on V is a vector space over R in its own right. Means if we have a vector space V and if we have a non-empty subset W of V, we say that W is also a subspace of vector space V if W itself is a vector space under the operations of addition and multiplication defined on the vector space V. Okay, so this is the simple definition of subspace of a vector space V. The definition simply means that W under the same operations as that of V should also be a vector space over R. Therefore, W will have to satisfy all the axioms A1 to A4, SM1 to SM3 and D1 and D2. Means W will have to satisfy all the 10 properties, all the 10 axioms of the vector space, which means that we will have to verify all the above postulates for W2. But it is not necessary to check one of all properties of W, but it is not necessary to check one and all properties of W to be a subspace of V. As W is a subset of V, automatically W satisfies properties like commutativity with respect to addition, associativity with respect to addition, behavior of one in R, associativity with respect to multiplication, both the distributive laws. Means in all 6 properties will get satisfied by W, as W is a subset of V. Now it remains to verify only remaining 4 properties. Okay, so based on this we have one result. V is a vector space over R under the operations addition and scalar multiplication. A non-empty subset W of V is said to be a subspace of V if it satisfies, if and only if it satisfies the following conditions, and these are, okay, so what are these conditions? First condition is W must be closed under addition. That is, for any two elements U and V in W, U plus V must be in W. Second is, if W is closed under scalar multiplication, W must be closed under scalar multiplication. That is, for any vector U in W and any scalar P in R, product P into U, means P is a vector, P is a scalar, U is a vector, P into U must be again in W. Third condition is the zero vector or zero element 0 of V belong to V. The zero vector of the vector space V must be belonging to W. And fourth is, for every vector u in W, its additive inverse minus u must also belongs to W. So these are the four properties we have to check. Okay, for a subspace, if we check, or for a subset of a vector space, if it satisfies these four conditions, then that non-empty subset, we call it is a subspace of a vector space V. Let us take some examples. Example number 1, prove that a subset W of R4 given by W is equal to, prove that a subset W of R4 given by W is equal to, it is the set of ordered 4 tuple x, y, 0, t, such that x, y and t, they are real numbers, is a subspace of R4. We have to show that it is a subspace of R4. Okay, it is very simple to show. First of all, we show it is a non-empty, and show that 0 element belongs to W, and then show that then try to prove these four properties as we have discussed in earlier slide, in previous slide. Okay, so see here step by step. Recall that the vector space R4 is given in the example. The vector space R4 is a standard vector space over R with the usual addition and scalar multiplication. Yes, this is a R4 is a standard vector space, 4-dimensional vector space. Okay, and it is a vector space over R with usual addition and scalar multiplication. And we have given one subset of R4, and W will be a subspace of R4 under the same operation. If it satisfies some conditions, the very first thing to prove here is that W is non-empty. Means we can take anything in W. See here 1, 1, 0, 1. This is the element of W from the definition of W. This is the element of W. Therefore, W is not equal to 0. Moreover, 0, 0, 0, 0 means a 0 vector of R4 is also a member of W. Therefore, 0 vector belongs to W. That is also one more important thing that we are saying here. Therefore, W is not empty set. Now we prove that W is closed under addition. So let us take any two elements of W, U and V, and we show that U plus V also is in W. Let U equal to x1, y1, 0, t1, and V is equal to x2, y2, 0, t2, and it is belongs to and they are the members or elements of W. Let us take the addition of U and V, and we finally see here how to add these vectors component wise addition, and the resultant is x1 plus x2, y1 plus y2, 0, t1 plus t2, and this is also a vector in W. Therefore, U plus V, this addition is in W because it is the same format required to be in W. Therefore, W is closed under addition operation. Now let us go to the third exam or third condition. W is closed under scalar multiplication. That is for U belongs to W and P belongs to R. P into U also belongs to W. So let us now consider PU. So P into U is a x1, y1, 0, t1, and it is equal to Px1, Py1, 0, Pt1, and all these components are real numbers and it is belongs to W. Therefore, this vector belongs to W. Therefore, W is closed under scalar multiplication also. Now, let us go to the existence of 0 in W. In the first condition, we stated that the 0 vector is also a member of W. So, 0 vector is a 0 vector of a vector space V, and it is a member of a set W. The existence of minus vector negative, existence of minus u for u belongs to W. So as if u is equal to a vector in the form of x1 comma y1 comma 0 comma t1, then its negative minus u is equal to minus x1 comma minus y1 comma 0 comma minus t1, and it is belongs to W. Thus subset W of a vector space V is a subspace of V because it satisfies all these five conditions of a vector space. And let us we stop here. So this is about a subspace of a vector space. Let us we stop here. Thank you very much.